him. I think it'll be another good fight. I think too many people are forgetting how close the last fight was. You know, obviously Usyk was brilliant, but it was still a very, very close fight on the scorecard. So who's going to make the better adjustments? Who's going to turn up that little bit better that'll get the win? But I don't know. It's hard to look past Usyk. I think he always seems to just find a way, doesn't he? But you can't write Tyson Fury off. He's a big man, and like I said, he only barely lost the last fight. So it's an interesting one as a boxing fan. I'm looking forward to.
There's vested interest.
I've represented Usyk for a long time. I love him, but I want Tyson to win because he's British, and I think it could set up. I mean, whatever happens, is going to set up a big AJ fight. But for the World Championship, would be unbelievable. I think it's very difficult to bet against Usyk when he's beaten you already. I think Tyson can be better. I think obviously with the cut and everything before, probably his build-up wasn't, you know, what it should or could be. What can he do differently? Like, I was quite fascinated in the first fight by the fact that Usyk walked him down and beat him up. Like, I thought Fury might come out on the front foot, but then again, that kind of suits Usyk as well. He's a very good counter-puncher. But the fact that he was able to do that, that's why I think it was a remarkable performance. You know, for a 15-stone guy to push back a 20-stone guy and beat him up was very impressive. And I don't know what Fury should do in this fight. You know, when AJ boxed Usyk, I was just, all you got to do is just stick it on him. Like, it's not that easy, because he can do everything, Usyk. But they're both coming towards the back ends of their career. So who's freshest? Is the punch resistance still there? I don't know. Fascinated by it and can't wait to be there. Obviously, no fighter in the fight, but just fascinated to watch it.
Oh, I don't think he can win the rematch. I think we're going to say more of the same. I don't think Fury has got better since last May. I think psychologically this will have affected him, losing to Usyk, losing his title and his unbeaten record. I think Usyk has got his number, and so I could be wrong, but I honestly believe we're going to see more of the same. I will go even further. Usyk nearly stopped him in that 9th round in the last fight, and it wouldn't surprise me if he does stop him in the later rounds this time.
What a fight, great fight, but I think Big Tyson threw it away the last time. You know, too much messing about and not being aggressive enough. If he's a bit more aggressive, I fancy him, but nothing would surprise me. I love Usyk, quality fighter, but I just think Tyson gets it right.
I think he's just got to be himself, but just more consistent, more switched on and focused on, you know, putting clever, hard shots together and mentally ready to kind of stay consistent and stay on it. I think it's a matter of conditioning, personally, mental and physical conditioning, and then he'll get the win. But if he has too many lapses, one thing you know, Usyk is always consistent, and I just think one of them's going to win a lot more emphatically than the last time.
Oh, big one. I think Usyk again, you know, but saying that, you know, it's one of them, innit? You know, they're both so good. But I've got a feeling Usyk, you know, he's going to be better than last time.
I don't know. It depends on who's got what left. I genuinely think that if Usyk's got anything left about him, because he's 36, 37, he's been in with big men now for the last few years where it takes a lot out of your body. I know with Tony's last 4 fights he was having injuries going into the fights with injuries. It's just as you get to a certain age and you're just getting your body starts breaking down, the wear and tear and the energy sapping fights that he's having against these big men. I don't know what Usyk's got left. I don't think Tyson's got a lot left, certainly not in relation to what he was. So I think if Usyk's got a good percentage of of what Usyk is, I think he does it again. Otherwise, I don't know. It's just, listen, it's a great fight.
I'm rooting for the British man, and you know he's got a point to prove. You know, it was very close the last one. It was very close. You know, at times Fury looked like he was starting to outclass Usyk in like the 6th round. Usyk's a great champion. He come back strong then in the 9th round. You know, and hurt Fury. So you know, this is an elite, undisputed heavyweight title fight. So it's going to be in the balance, and maybe Fury can make those adjustments, put his foot forward a bit, and he'll probably probably try and get him out of there.
I think Tyson, whether he points or late stoppage, I think he was a bit too lackadaisical in the first one. Yeah.
But one thing for me, Usyk showed a lot of aggression. He put Fury in the back foot, put him in the red zone very, very quickly from like the first, second round. And then when Fury would hurt him, he didn't back up and run around. He got hurt, made a small adjustment, reset, and kept it going. And then he got hurt once, and then he hurt Fury right away after. So it showed us some very concerning things for the rematch. Obviously, Fury wasn't his best, and I believe he's big enough and experienced enough and young enough to make the adjustments to cause the upset. And obviously they knew the uppercut worked last time, so they're gonna be looking for that again. If he throw the uppercut and put a hook and a right hand behind it, right uppercut, left hook, right hand behind it, you might have you can get him out of there.
I don't think he'll win easily. I don't think anyone would beat Oleksandr Usyk easily because he's you know what I mean. He's a tricky fighter. His fitness, the pace he fights at, his ability, his feet. I don't think you'll ever get an easy night against someone like Oleksandr Usyk. I mean, he's undefeated. He's undisputed in 2 weight divisions, Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? He's nobody's solved that puzzle yet. So, but it was a close fight. And Fury is very clever. He'll have analysed his own performance. He'll have looked at areas that he needs to improve on and where he can improve on. He'll have looked at. He'll be thinking back to the fight with Usyk, and I think, maybe I could have done this a bit better. Maybe I should have done a bit more of this. And it'll be fascinating to see tactically if there are any major adjustments. I don't think there will. I think he just thinks he'll probably need to do the same thing but do it a little bit better. You mentioned showboating. I think that in particular, early doors, I think probably needs to go, and I think it will go. I think, like I say, I think this fight will start with the last one finished off. I think it'll start quickly.
I think maybe we've seen Tyson's best days, and I'd love him to do it. I really like Usyk. How could you not? I love Usyk, and Fury's been an unbelievable advert for British boxing, for young kids in this country to see that the heavyweight champion of the world from Britain and from Morecambe, and is a traveller lad, and is a scally, and is a down to it lad just like them. And if he can do it, why can't I do it? He's an unbelievable advert for British boxing. He's earned very well. He's achieved everything in the game. I was there when he won the title against Klitschko, and he's done absolutely amazing for himself. He still could win this fight. I still think that he's got it in the tank to do it, but I just think Usyk is too good, and I think every hurdle that he's faced, he's overcome, and every time he's done it, he does it with class and not just in the ring and his ability. I mean, how he is as a person, how he is outside the ring. And I'm not an Usyk fanboy, but I can't see Fury finding an answer for what I saw in the first fight.
It's hard because boxing's an emotional sport, and my emotions and heart say, Fury's going to do it, but then your head says, no, Oleksandr. You could never bet against Oleksandr. It was like with Beterbiev, although Bivol did very well and better than I thought, because I'd learned over so many years never to bet against Beterbiev. It's almost the same with Oleksandr Usyk, and possibly he might be right, but you cling on to hope, and especially if Tyson is the Tyson of old, and he looks like he's really locked in for camp, and from all I'm hearing, he's had a great camp, so great fight. Fingers crossed Tyson can do it.